This is the G. Gordon Liddy Show.
I have purchased hundreds of internets from the domain controller. I am equipped with my face. I am on the internets and Google.
Live from Radio America and streaming worldwide, this is G. Gordon Liddy.
Gordon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a very important show for today, a very serious matter, and my guest in the studio is Lieutenant Colonel Terry Lakin. He is a physician, and he's an Army Medical Corps, would that be correct?
Yes, sir.
Medical Corps, correct. Also with us by telephone is his counsel, located in California, and counsel's name is?
It's Paul Jensen.
Paul Jensen, all right.
Good morning.
Good morning, Counselor. All right, now, folks, the importance of this guest and this issue is that Colonel Lakin has refused military orders because he challenges the legitimacy thereof based upon what he believes is the questionable eligibility of Barack Obama to be President of the United States under our Constitution. Would that be a fair statement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, what I'm going to do now is sort of turn the microphone over to Colonel Lakin, and why don't you state your case, and then we'll discuss the issues and so forth.
Well, thank you for having me here, sir. It's just a unfortunate situation where I believe my oath of office to uphold the Constitution is of paramount issue here, and I believe that there is a lack of evidence, or we have a great question that needs to be addressed, and we need the evidence to validate that our elected official is eligible to hold the office.
Okay. Now, as I see it, there are two issues here. The first is one that I think everybody's familiar with by now, and that is, it is an open question, in my view, as to whether or not Barack Hussein Obama is constitutionally eligible to be the President of the United States. And my personal opinion is that the preponderance of the evidence is against him. He has made every effort possible to conceal all the records that would demonstrate that he is eligible, and he controls the information. It would seem to me that if he had proof positive that he is constitutionally eligible, he would have produced it long ago. So I think that's the preponderance of the evidence. The second issue is, assuming, for the sake of argument, that he has failed to come forward with it, what then should you, as a military officer, do? And that really, I guess, is the question.
Well, this is Paul Jensen. I think that Colonel Lakin has done what his conscience demanded, and that is to refuse to obey an order that he was not convinced was legal. And I think that all military officers are inculcated with the restriction to disobey orders that they do not believe are legal. And I think that the importance of that point has been drilled home for us here in America, at least since the Vietnam War, if not long before. I'd like to go back to something you just said about, Mr. Liddy, about the president not releasing documents. You know, in the law, if a litigant has within his ability the opportunity to present more compelling evidence and instead chooses to present less compelling evidence, that fact may be used by the jury to disregard or discredit the evidence presented. If there is an original birth certificate signed by the doctor, signed by his mother, identifying the hospital, and Obama instead chose to release a mere abstract, computer-generated abstract that is not conclusive evidence legally of his birth, then we are free to conclude that stronger evidence does not, in fact, exist.
Well, I think that's correct, and I think that that's a very strong argument. And also, I think we're all aware, at least certainly I was an officer once in the United States Army many, many years ago, and you are not permitted to follow an illegal or unlawful order. And for example, look, we've got all of these prisoners here, and we're in a dicey situation. We'd be better off without the prisoners. Liddy, go shoot the prisoners. Well, you may not do that. And if you do something like that, you're wrong, and you'll be held accountable for it. I would suggest there may be a distinction between an illegal order, like shoot the prisoners, and a questionable legitimacy of the chain of command and everything else, based upon the questions we're looking at here. And counsel, maybe you want to address this.
I will. And
there's a presumption of regularity in military orders. How do you overcome the presumption of